As we head into the holiday season, a joyous time for most, but for some, it's a time of grieving. Our favorite life coach, Laya Raznick, is here with some advice on how to deal with a loss during the holidays. This can be a very tough time for some people.
This is a tough time. We've got celebrations, family, we've got shopping, we've got all kinds of activity going, right? And for the most part, our culture gets lifted up. Everybody seems happy. Well, what if you're grieving?
Yeah, what
right?
do you do? Do you just say, you know what, I'm not into it this year. I just got to take some time for myself? What?
You do if that's how you feel, because grief is a roller coaster and it's unique to every person. It's an emotion that's different than any other emotion. Everyone experiences it differently and everyone experiences it for a different timeline. So you may feel like you don't want to participate, and that's okay. Whatever it is, unless you're at harm, if you're going to harm yourself or someone else, everything else is acceptable.
Now, we've heard a lot about the stages of grief. Is that common for everybody who experiences it? Are you going to go through all the stages?
You know, there are stages of grief if we do research on different ways that people feel, but they are never in order. You know, it's not like, okay, now I'm in denial.
Right.
Now I'm going to be in acceptance. It doesn't work that way. There are emotions that we all go through on a timeline that touch on those definitions, but they are not something that you can expect or look for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think during the holidays, if you know that somebody is grieving, you try to reach out, you know, to maybe include. But in trying to do that, sometimes we just don't know the right thing to say.
It's true. And so what many people do is they don't reach out. And my recommendation is definitely reach out to your loved ones who are grieving. They need you, but they don't need you to tell them what to do. They don't need you to try to solve the problem. They don't need you to ask them to be different than what they're being. What they need you to do is listen. Mm-hmm. It's the most important thing. Just listen.
And not to say, I know how you feel.
That's right. Even if you've lost someone, even if you've grieved, because everyone's different. And it doesn't help.
And then you make it about you, and it's really about the other person.
That's true.
Exactly.
Giving space, that's what you're saying. Give people space.
Yeah.
And it's okay to also enjoy while you're grieving. I mean, we can feel multiple things in one day.
Absolutely.
Right?
And in fact, it's important to remember that we're not going back to normal. We're creating a new normal. So as you create a new normal, you can create new traditions, and you can enjoy. In fact, some of the traditions can be memorial traditions, things that honor your loved one who's died. And in that, in grieving, there's love, mm-hmm. right? In grieving, there's cherishing somebody. So enjoying that.
Yeah.
And really doing it on your own timetable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. Happy
Yeah,
holidays.
Thank you, Laya.
And happy holidays to you and to everyone else.
All right,
grieving
thanks.
or ungrieving. We're all grieving in some way.
Absolutely.
Some way.
Yeah.
Cycle of life.
Yeah.
It is indeed. We're back after this. Stay with us.